Hey guys, welcome back to the Wrestling Analyst. I'm Nicolas Luchey, here to rap with you about some NFL football this week, week 13. Wow, the season's going by fast. First up, Houston already lost to Philadelphia. I picked that game for Philly to win. Mike Vick, man, hey, it's hard to beat this guy right now. So Houston fans, another year where you think you're going to make it to the playoffs and it's just not going to happen. It's still a chance, outside chance, but it's not going to happen. Philadelphia, on the other hand, I look for them to be in the NFC Championship game. I said it. NFC Championship game. I didn't say they were going to win, but I do think they're going to win, actually. I think they're going to go to the Super Bowl, Philly, right now. Just from right now, what I'm seeing from Vic, I think they'll do it. If that defense plays a little bit better, they'll definitely be in the Super Bowl. New Orleans at Cincinnati. Where are the Bengals? Where are my former Bengals? I just don't know. Carson Palmer is really struggling right now. Receiving course, not what it was, it seems. The defense is just really struggling. I don't think there's a chance they win against New Orleans. But hey, in the NFL, there's always a chance. This is the pros. But New Orleans should handle this game. It is in Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati plays up to big games sometimes. I think they may play up for this game, and they might can pull it out, but I don't think so. Chicago at Detroit. Detroit starting a high school alumni of mine, Drew Stanton. Good luck, Drew. Pretty sure you'll do well, but don't count on a win. Chicago's defense a little too stifling. Detroit just don't have the weapons, I think, to really put a lot of pressure on Chicago. Sure, did they win game one? Chicago won, but Detroit really won. But game two, Detroit's going to try to get revenge, but that defense in Chicago has just gotten 10 times better than what it was at the beginning of the year, and it was pretty damn good at that time. So I don't think there's any way they come out. San Francisco at Green Bay. We won't spend too much time talking about this. Obviously, the Packers should just dominate this game in Green Bay as well. San Francisco, with all the ups and downs of that team, you never know. Green Bay, obviously, a top 5 team to me in the league, top 5, top 6. I think they should pretty much handle San Francisco pretty much with ease. Jacksonville, Tennessee, this is always a war. Anytime these two guys play against each other, it's a war. It should be a physical game. It should be a fun game to watch. I'm definitely going to be watching this game. I think Tennessee pulls it out, though. I think Tennessee, behind Chris Johnson, pulls this game out. And the reason why, I just think Tennessee plays well against Gerard and Jacksonville on defense. And I think they pull it out. I think Chris Johnson, I think he goes over 100 this game, and I think they pull it out. But that should be a fun game to watch. Denver, Kansas City. Matt Castle is playing awesome. These are two franchises headed in two different directions. Denver is going to be worse, I think, maybe even next year. Kansas City, they're going to be an elite team, I think, by next year. Matt Castle, David Bowe, they're really, 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 really stretching defenses right now. I just don't see them winning. Then you got Charles and Jones running the ball. Both guys running well. Thomas Jones, a guy who never gets his credit, but he's really a great, great back. And Charles is just taking off. So I just don't see any way for Denver to handle all the weapons. On paper, Denver really looks great, but hey, all those guys are getting older. Champ Bailey's, the Brian Dawkins, all those guys are getting older. So I just don't see they can do it. Cleveland, Miami, this should be a fun game to watch. I think Miami's going to win it, though. It's in Miami. I just don't think Delhomme is having I don't know what's going on with Jake. He's always been a solid. Don't want him as the quarterback, but we'll see how that goes. But I definitely think Delhomme probably gets to make some plays. He's always made plays, but I just think Miami's athleticism, I think they'll be fine. They handle this game. Buffalo, Minnesota. I think Buffalo is tanking. Minnesota, hey, Leslie Frazier probably get another win this week. I don't know what Adrian Peterson's status is. That's a big blow if he can't play or if he's hurt playing. But otherwise, I think Minnesota should handle this game pretty well. They look like they're playing a little bit more inspired ball. The defense looked a lot better lately. So that's huge because the defense was awesome last year. So we'll see what happens in that one. But I think Minnesota should run away with that one. Washington, New York Giants. People are saying, can Washington beat New York? Sure they can. Will they beat them? Absolutely not. They won't beat them. New York, like I said, New York's trying to peak right now, trying to chase Philly right now. Washington, I just don't know. You don't know what you're going to get in Washington. One day you're going to get a team that's probably the best looking team in the division. The next time they're definitely the bottom for sure in the division. So I just think New York's a little bit more consistent. It's in New York. I think they pound this game out. I think they really go to Jacobs. I think they really go to Bradshaw. I think they really pound this game out in New York. Oakland, San Diego. Big game. I'm calling it almost like a game of the week. Why? It's just because if Oakland loses this game, the season's over. And to be honest, they surprised a lot of people the first 2 months of the season. San Diego, like always, it's just amazing how the Chargers year in and year out look like the bums of the league, starting off slow the first 2 months, and then they always end so strong in November and December. I mean, amazing. They demolished Indianapolis last week. I just think San Diego's not losing. I don't think San Diego's going to lose the rest of the season. I think they'll end the season. I think they're 6-5. I think they were just 2-5. I think they'll end 11-5. I think they're going to win 9 straight to go into the playoffs, and those guys are probably going to go very deep, if not the Super Bowl this year. This might be the year. This might be the year. No LT there, no guy to get hurt. I think they're going to have to go through the Jets to actually get there. So that would be extremely interesting. But I think San Diego wins this game. Should be a fun game out in San Diego. Dallas at Indianapolis. I think Dallas wins. I think Kipnis playing really well. I think Kipnis really putting up some great numbers. Indy is starting to look human. Indy is starting to look like a human team. Every time you watch Indianapolis on TV, you'll always say, wow, that's an offense. It's almost like a program. It's like watching a video game offense. But those guys are really looking human right now. Peyton had a great year, a good year, a really good year, I'm going to say. Not his usual Peyton Manning year. This is because I don't think his receivers are really producing enough. But I really, truly believe the offensive line is not the same. And I think Dallas, Ware and the big guys up front, Ratliff, I think they may get after Peyton a little bit. And Dallas, not the best cover team by any means, but for some reason, sometimes they make a lot of plays. I think they'll play up for this game as well. As Jason Garrett took over, they've been playing up, So I think they'll win this game. St. Louis at Arizona. Arizona looked horrific last week. I think they win this game, though, even though St. Louis needs this win to solidify them a playoff win. But I think Arizona wins this game. I think they shock them. Carolina and Seattle. Seattle should win this game. Not too many problems. Atlanta at Tampa Bay. Huge game. Tampa wins in Atlanta. They get revenge against the Falcons. Pittsburgh, Baltimore should be a physical war. Should be a bloody fight. Pittsburgh wins this game, though. I think they have it. I think they're going to handle Baltimore. I think they'll put up enough points. Game of the week, of course, Jets and New England. Big game. I think the Jets win this game. I think their defense makes enough plays to stop Tom Brady and that offense. And we'll see. Should be a great game. That's my show. Thanks for watching.